As you already may be aware, next year around July 2025, there are going to be two movies released: Fantastic Four and then also Superman. Now, I'm very, very interested in this battle because, as you may be aware, it's always been a battle between Marvel versus DC. Marvel's been holding the crown for many years, and DC's always tried to rush it to capture the market of interest in the superhero market. Rushing Justice League, rushing these characters we didn't know much about, and expecting us to enjoy it, which Marvel had a heads up. They had years of head start with all these characters that they introduced, and we've kind of cared about these characters and enjoyed the story along the way. But as you may be aware, if you've been on the internet longer than 5 minutes, or a general audience, that Disney's Marvel has kind of jumped shark a little bit here and there. They've not made the movies like they used to. It's not as popular as it used to be. And even DC with The Flash. Now, a lot of people might say, is it superhero fatigue? I think maybe to a certain point, but I still believe there is interest in that genre of superheroes, 100%. But I believe one thing that is missing in most of them is heart. I don't, and what I mean by heart is they're not making us care about these characters. They're, Marvel and DC. They've rushed, old Marvel, of course, but the new and I guess last 4 or 5 years, they've rushed these characters onto the screen so much that we're not invested in them, and we don't care. We watch these movies, but we're not really 100% in. We're just like, okay, let's see what they got, and we watch it. The CGI or the story sucks or whatever, and we're not interested in it at all. So going into 2025, there's going to be a lot on both DC and Marvel to try to make the best they can. But to be honest with you, I think DC, also James Gunn, has an advantage because it's James Gunn. I think he knows how to make a movie with heart in it. A heart, what I mean is make it, we are drawn to the character. One, we know who Superman is. You don't have to convince us. You have to be under a rock to not know who Superman is and know his story and his origin story. Basically, I don't know if he'll go that route. If he does, he does. But I think, like I said, this is my whole opinion. I don't know nothing about the inside game of movie making and all that, but I believe James Gunn knows how serious this is, and he's taking it serious because he knows he's going against Marvel. I don't think Marvel is taking it serious. I think they still think that they're the top dog and that they'll outperform DC, and they're not putting all their eggs in one basket. They're like, we'll outdo it. We'll just get this writer here, and we'll just see what happens. That's my personal opinion. I don't think they'll take it serious. But I tell you what, though. If DC outperforms Marvel through those movies, I bet you at that point, Marvel/DC will get a rude awakening and like, oh my gosh, what happened? What caused this? And they'll go into panic mode trying to change what the future may hold. That's just me. Because I think the way they're doing things and how they're, I don't know what's behind the scenes, but just how they're making these movies, and they know what the fans want, and they have to see the data of these movies tanking and these shows tanking. They have to see the data more than we do because it's behind in their own streaming services or just in the box office. Of course, they have to see all this, but they still choose to go a certain way with the messaging and stuff, right? But I believe they're not taking it serious. But I honestly believe James Gunn is. I think he knows this is game time, and he's putting all his interest. He's not half-hearted in doing these stuff. I think he truly wants to make a great movie. He wants to make a great Superman movie. But again, he has to make it with heart. He has to make this story loved. That we, coming into this movie, we care about the Superman's journey and the other characters in it. And please, we don't want no messaging in it. The only message that we want is a message of the hero's journey or whatever other things might come in it. Now, back to Fantastic Four side. I've watched the other 3 movies of it. You can watch a previous video, but just kind of give you spoilers. They was all right. The first one was not bad. I enjoyed it. The second one was a little bit different. Third one, yeah, it does not hold up at all. So really, Fantastic Four really has not made a dent into the culture, honestly. I think they are trying to make it happen from ever necessary, all possible, but it just doesn't work so far. And I just don't think, I mean, we're still early. It's not even July 2024, and I'm already thinking that DC's got in the bag in 2025 of July. But just seeing how Disney is doing things anymore, it automatically just makes me think they're not taking it serious. They have some kind of writer from a previous movie that tanked or wasn't good. If you want to outdo DC, you have to make us want these characters, that we enjoy as characters. No slapstick humor. Make it more like an Iron Man style. You have to sell us on these characters. Don't assume because you have big big Pedro in it. He's all right actor. I like him. He's a really good actor. I just wish he would in Marvel. I think he should stick with his serious roles. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's starting off, and I think eventually he'll probably be like Tom Hardy, just get out and never come back after 3 more episodes or 3 more movies. But I just think that there's opportunities for both. But I honestly think James Gunn has a better opportunity to make something great. And I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. And the thing is, Marvel will be like, well, we have to have cameos, we have to have this, we have to have that. That's all fine and dandy, but I still don't think that's going to help. You have to have a great story, bottom line. But that's just my personal opinion. But I probably ranted off long enough, but I just wanted to get this video out and get your opinion on what you think. Do you think DC will actually take the crown from Marvel and start making some great movies again with Superman, Batman, and whoever else that Gunn wants to put in there? But anyways, enough for today. I guess I'll talk to you all later.